Friday, here we are again. I was going to quote the film Friday, and then I thought maybe that's not the best idea. So, as usual, gonna wait for YouTube to let me know that we're live, and then I will make a start on the stream. I'll tell you what today's stream is going to be about, and then we'll crack on and give it a go, because it's a little bit interesting. That I'm now at a stage where I'm trying to work out like different styles. So instead of using visual patterns like I did in the early days of the let's just click on the stream because we are live of the Last of Us and other streams that I did, this one is going to be a style. But now that we are live, I'm going to do my introduction. I'm going to stop slouching because that's terrible posture, and then I'll do the introduction. So hello you beautiful people, I hope you're keeping well and you've had good weeks. It is now the weekend, and for those who are working, I am sorry, I know what it's like, but hopefully you'll have some nice weather on your days off. But either way, the idea for today's stream will be to actually attempt doing not minimalist, I did that last week, doing abstract photography. It's something that I experimented with on the first picture, which didn't make it to the Instagram, and there was also one when I was editing, and it gave me the idea to give this a try. So let's just jump in and see what we get. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I watched a few YouTube videos to get ideas because I don't really know what abstract, or didn't really know what abstract is, and now I've only got a fleeting understanding of it. Because this appears to be a very thin line between impressionist, I cannot say that, or impressionism, and minimalism. And I don't think I could do a impressionist picture in this. Help if I remembered what photo mode was. That's that. So an impressionist, oh, that's actually really cool. See what angle we can get on that. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have our first minimalist picture. And then I ruined it. What are the chances of that? Let's get a bit closer. I think it was a shallower angle. Toggle menu, that's what I was going for. I still think that's fairly... I need to get a little bit over here maybe. We'll have it about there. There's too much going on. But let's see. So I was here. I went for a high shot, and that's when I came across this. So let's just grab that. And then I think it was much higher. Probably. Or was it like that? No, it was definitely like that. We're going to get a close-up shot, but that's not actually what I was going for. Anyway, so something like this, and then we need to work on the... We'll turn autofocus off. We want lots of blur, focal distance away, and then possibly just go in here, like so. So that would be a impressionist picture. But imagine just the towel. Actually, I can probably pull that back, bring that right in. Something like that. Let's actually reduce the f-stop a little bit. So that would be more impressionist in a picture. A little bit of a dreamy quality to it. You can work out what it is. It's part of a morning routine, so it'll invoke emotions, that sort of thing. But that's not what I'm doing. I mean, there is a very good chance the thing that initially grabbed my attention while editing will not be available for, or I may not go past it again. And then we turn that off. Have that really shallow. We could probably go with that. Again, focal length. Get rid of that. So I want a nice angle on it. Now the focal distance is a bit off. I don't know. See, I like the blades. I think we're going to need to increase the exposure on this one. Toggle and menu. No, I think I need to be zoomed in a bit more on this. And bearing in mind the crop. So that tiny little bit on the left-hand side, which is quite distracting, will not be coming in. I'm actually going to see if I can... Ooh. Actually, rather liking that. So let's... Actually, before we do that, see if we can go for what I was initially aiming for. Something like that. Focal distance. I want to lose some of the top of it, but I want some of the blade shape. So I'm looking at the center bit. And focal distance. Something like that. And then we'll go for this one here because I was rather liking that. So yeah, we'll go with there. And if you imagine the center, that's quite likely where I'm going to go for the crop. As you can tell, I'm having a little bit of fun with this. I may even try to get the bit on the end as well. Something like that. So, I don't know if you can work out, but there's a dial, because I think it's a radio. I quite like that. I may incorporate the bit on the left. I may just have it as predominantly black. and then where the dial, like the top of the or the far edge of the dial is as you're looking at it, may have that as a crop. This may prove to be many, many photos. Give me a moment though. Okay, this may prove to be a good idea after all. Because it's just something I toyed with as an idea before. And I didn't particularly think much more than, oh, I'll give that a bit of a go. But yeah, there's quite a few things you could potentially do. So I need to raise that a tad. Something like that. Now I like the angle on it. But I don't like, because I want that light background to it. So that might work. Off. Smallest. Focal distance. Let's find it. I think it's further back. Although I feel like it needs some space above it. That kind of works. Ooh. Nope. Nope. I liked the idea, I just couldn't capture it. Did I do... Yes, because of Space Invaders, which kudos to the developer. So we've done that, we've got level 5. Don't need to go to crew quarters. Nothing in the canteen. Cannot go there, so let's go through the crew quarters. We're basically going to try and get back to the atrium. So this is medical? Nope, that's the gym. I think I can get to the... Let's see now. Maintenance unit now. Wow. Nope, do not look that way, love. So, quite like the blur. Turn that off. Nope, that was the angle. We'll carry on with that. No, I do like that curve of the 3 dots on the left-hand side. Let's just grab that. Let's have a look at the blue. Something like that. Nope. Something like that. Really narrow f-stop. Close the distance. Don't want to increase the exposure, so maybe we do need a little bit more brightness in there. Does that invoke any emotion though? So I'm going to get this and then move around. See what other things I can get, because I'm quite limited in what I can use. It's not like there's, I don't know, flowers or plenty of ice or things like that around. Because it doesn't all have to be blurred lights and things like that. But talking about blurred lights, I do like that thing there. But I want to experiment. Again, autofocus off. With something around about... No, actually, I think that did work better there. Cannot get... Oh no. Something like that. Don't really want anything in focus. And oh, wait a minute. I think I did this on the last stream as well. Embarrassingly so. So we can increase this a bit. Not too much. Trying to remove too many things that make it easy to identify. Or maybe... Well, let's take this. Because, one, we've got plenty of space, and two, I don't know if I'll be able to recreate this. But... something like that. A really narrow focal point. I think that's quite nice. I do rather like that. How about that? What else do we have? Because I mean, this game has very few areas in it. It takes me back to the 80s where really you only had four screens. They just made those four screens impossibly difficult to get past. And then they'd just increase the difficulty just to give it more legs. The fact that they used to fit games on cassettes tells you how small they were.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how we doing, Ainley? Hope you're keeping well. How are your exams getting on?
I'm fine. Who?
Yeah, man, keeping well. Trying to think since the last time I saw you. I bought a new camera, which I have been enjoying an awful lot. Um, and getting on with Python. I'm now on because
Next exam is next Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh gosh, you ready for them?
Still got a lot of studying ahead of me.
Ah, mate. But you've still got the weekend and Monday, so I'm sure you'll be able to do it. Oh yeah. I also went to a art exhibition as well. So it's a street photographer called Saul Leichman, and yeah, they had a exhibition in Milton Keynes, and I didn't know about it.
I think I'm ready for the not language ones, but the language one I'm not at all prepared.
Oh, what language is it?
My main check, but it's all about literature. I had to read 20 books, but I haven't read a single one.
Oh, mate. Well, I can imagine it being difficult for you. Because, I mean, it's not like... Well, I suppose you could read it on the screen. Are you able with, like, a coloured screen to be able to read easily? Or is that not an option for you? You know, like, some people, they can have a blue hue to their screen, and that makes it much easier to read. By the way, they should make some allowances for you to give you extra time.
It's not really about that. I can't. I just didn't want to.
Okay, that's fair enough. It's very much depends on the actual books themselves. There's some books that have kept me up till the early hours of the morning without me even realizing it. I mean, I've told you about Shogun, which is my favorite, but um, like Wilkie Collins.
I was 100% able to read them. I knew about it since 4 years ago, but I chose to not do that.
Fair enough. Uh, it's one of those things. You made the decision, you know. So if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. I mean, you, I I don't really know what literature can be used for in a um, outside of the profession or writing or anything like that, storytelling. It's something that maybe later in life you'll gain an interest for, but I wouldn't. I mean, don't tell your parents I said this, but I wouldn't fuss it so much. It's never stops me getting a job, the fact that I didn't do English literature. Really? It's a glorified
Oh,
book
hello,
club.
sir.
Oh, here we are, Mr. Paddy. How we doing? Are you all ready for your race tomorrow? Or is this a part of it? You're going to stay up late so you can get to sleep early?
It can't be used for nothing. That what I'm saying. You can't use it for anything other than for like being a language teacher. D. Of course not.
To both points. Yeah, I don't really see the point in doing literature unless you're interested in that sort of thing. And yeah, Paddy, but you're an amazing driver. You're gonna do it anyway. But yeah, for this stream, just for
Hello at Mr. Paddy.
oh yeah, I'll let you guys chat. Actually, been a long time since you've seen each other.
Planning on staying up super late.
Yeah, that's it. So you can sleep during the evening sort of thing. Get plenty of sleep
Hello
for.
at Ainlai.
Yeah, I think that'll work. After this, watch some films. Try and keep yourself awake. Or play some games, something like that. I mean, with myself, I've got to be up fairly early tomorrow, so this will not be a late night. Sorry, I'm doing minimalist photography and I don't really know how. But that's the whole point of doing this.
Can't wait for my boss in work to ask about who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and if I don't know he will fire me.
You do know, right? Yeah. As long as you know what 42 means, that's that'll do him. He'll be all right with that. But yeah,
I watched the movie D. Adam's right.
Douglas Adams, that's it. So things that will give the impression that you have read it is now 42 was the answer, and they used, but well, it's an answer that a computer like produced, but because it took so long, it was like no one remembered what the question was. So they built the Earth as a computer to work out what the question was. And that's basically the premise of the main three books. But
42 is known worldwide.
indeed, and it's the meaning of life. Um, other things is,
Even if you didn't read or watched the movie, you have to know.
oh, one would hope so. But I don't know if the film covered the fact that the Earth was the computer to work out the question. Um, the rain god is a brilliant character in the book. So he's a truck driver, and no one believes him that it always rains where he is. No matter where he goes in the world, it's always raining. To the point that he's got as many words for rain as Eskimos do for snow. And it turns out the reason why it always rains on him is raindrops see him as their god, so they're always flocking towards him. I think that's just a lovely tale in itself. And I'm pretty sure that didn't make it into the film or the TV series. But yeah, Douglas Adams. If you can remember that, you'll keep your
Damn.
job. Oh yeah, it was. They were actually really good books, and unlike my brother, I did actually like the fifth one as well. Yeah, they're another set of books that are very, very easy to read. Went through them very, very quickly. How about you, Paddy? Do you read anything?
Or The Animal Farm. WTF was that story?
Mate, never read it. I mean, I think it was about capitalism, but I'm not 100% sure. Because, as I say, I'd never got round to reading any of his works.
I did in the past, nowadays not anymore.
Ah, fair
You are
enough.
right.
Oh, I am right. Ah, cool. Yeah, I mean, I still occasionally read. Um, I've been going through the complete works of Wilkie Collins, but I mean, I do these streams, I edit the videos, um, I take compute like photos off stream as well. I edit those. I do my personal ones, um, and I play games. Occasionally, I'll watch things on Netflix and Amazon. I am watching Jujutsu Kaisen at the moment. I am rather enjoying that. So yeah, I don't really get much time for reading. I need to become a millionaire and not have to work. I think that would free up a lot of time. Just need to work out how to do that.
Old Man and the Sea seems like chill book, but still wouldn't read it.
Ah,
Talking about watching, the Fallout series is great.
oh, is it? I wasn't sure, you know, because I've actually started playing Fallout 4.
JJK is great. Where are you, ATM?
So he's just met the schoolboy who um, is learning from oh gosh, the one whose mother's died. I don't know if you remember that far back, but I'm still on the first series. I watch one episode, maybe a night. Sometimes I miss a night of watching it. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. Have you seen Blue Eyed
Megumi.
Megumi? Um, no, there's a dark-haired lad. Um, and he has like his hair covering half his face because of the cigarette burns.
Emo kinda guy.
That's the one. Yeah. Yeah, he's turned into a bit of a cool character. I'm quite interested to see how he develops. Oh, this is a new area.
Junpei.
That's it, Junpei. So, his mum's just died. Um, he, I think he killed the lad in the high school. No, he got stopped, I think, before he did it. And that's where I'm up to. Right, let's have a little... See if I can get anything in here.
Just don't favor any of the characters.
Oh no. It's one of those series where I can just sort of just watch it. I'm not particularly fond of anyone or overly fond of anyone. So I think we're safe on that one. Um, just sort of imagining this. I think I want, again, a low f-stop. Now it's too obvious what it is. So, Paddy, you're probably thinking I've lost all talent. What I'm doing is I'm doing minimalist photography.
Just a heads up, it's
Mhm.
not a happy story.
Oh, to be quite honest, I've made it through the Fear series, which was 3
The whole
very good
story, I
games.
mean.
All right. Nah, they don't always have to be happy stories. And that's the thing is, it seems like quite a turn your brain off and smile sort of show at the moment, but from my experience of manga, it can go south very, very quickly. I'm liking that.
To quote one Frank driver Lando Norris.
Go on. Paddy.
You got any damage? Talent. The first season is chill,
Very
but when you
smooth.
get to the second one, you are gonna be amazed how a story like that can take such a turn.
Oh, okay. That's fair. And Paddy, yeah, I like to think I'm learning. I will never say at this stage I am a good photographer. I enjoy some of the pictures, but a lot of the stuff I put on Instagram, like out of the sets, there's probably 1 or 2 that I'm actually really happy with. The rest is more something for me to look back on and see how I progressed and the things that I've learnt. But no, that gives me something to look forward to, Ainley. I always appreciate a good twist.
This weather is relentless.
It's a story where the main character is useless until the very end.
Ah,
I will have to remove our remote systems to local power sources. We have
that's the thing. I
pipes,
don't want to give away too
so
much for
maybe
people
I will
who
integrate those for
are
now.
checking out these streams,
Given
but
how unstable they are, it can
there
be
is something about
a
that lad
long-term solution.
that's not really been explained too well. So, or it's been sort of brushed upon or glossed upon. So, yeah, I'll be very interested about that. As I say, I watch it maybe once a night. Not consistently, but I don't need to. But I've enjoyed what I've watched so far. Paddy, have you seen Le Mans 66? The film with Matt Damon and Christian Bale? I mean, apart from a fairly annoying quote that only will only impress Americans or people who
I
only
did.
use automatics, it was a good film. I actually really enjoyed it. What did you think, though? I mean, it's quite odd seeing the old track.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
The
really.
reason why he is so strong is not animated yet, so if you are anim only you won't know for pretty long. Also
Ah,
Rush.
Rush was brilliant film. Yes, I really enjoyed that. I mean, I enjoyed the Steve McQueen Le Mans as well. I thought that was a brilliant film, and I think that Le Mans 66 is a great successor to that story. But yeah, Rush was really good. Okay, so we need to get rid of lockdown. I
If
thought.
you finish the anime I strongly recommend starting the Magna.
Oh, okay. I'm sure I'll be able to get that online. I seem to remember Stratos
Should be
saying about
finished
that.
till the end of this year.
Oh, really? Did I ever recommend to you Blue Eye Samurai? Because if not, that was a fantastic series.
Airlock sequence complete.
Sorry, I'm still chuckling about
You
Paddy's.
did. I have it in my library on this one app, but
Uh,
didn't have the time yet.
Fair enough, man. You got to study. So there's no rush, but as long as I did tell you about it, that's all that matters. I don't think it's the generator room. But I don't remember. No, it's not the generator room. Oh, no, I have to go through the generator room. Sorry about this.
What did you say?
I was saying that, still chuckling about your, you got any damage comment there. Did make me laugh.
D.
And that's the good thing about doing virtual photography, is you can use it to practice things in the comfort of your own home. Because some of these things that I'm doing, like, I mean, this is really a bad example, but something like this, to achieve that in real life, you have to go into the horse stance, or you have to crouch down, and to be quite honest, I'm at an age where that's a little bit difficult. So to be able to practice in here and experiment as well, because here I can pause the world, in the real world I can't, so I need to take the picture that I want to take very, very quickly.
Is the Blue-Eyed Samurai animated series from Netflix?
It is,
Or
yes.
is it manga?
It's Netflix. But it might still be on Crunchyroll. I don't know. But I saw it on Netflix and, yeah, did not regret watching that.
I was not sure.
Ah, fair. I'm pretty sure it was a Netflix original. So I am looking forward to another series, because I think there's going to be a fair few of them. At least 4 they could get away with if it's popular enough. So I want to go to security. So I can't go here. I can go. Ooh. Okay. This is good.
Jessica,
Where is he?
just stop this, please. You don't know what you're doing.
I could say the same to you.
I'm saving lives. That's what I do.
Adam? Asim? How exactly did you save them?
I've let this go on long enough.
I can't believe these are real.
I can't believe I've played this before and it still takes me ages to find where to go.
Those are some greatly textured pickles, D.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, they put some effort into it. That's the
And
strange thing.
potatoes.
Yeah, some of these are really, like, some of the textures are absolutely terrible, and some of it really works. Like some of the pictures I've had of the face, like it just looks blurred. But that's why the frame rate keeps dropping, is because I've got this on the highest fidelity.
Well, pickles are more important than the main character.
Yeah. Yeah, because Sydney's been knocked out.
Agreed.
Progress.
It's Pickled
It's a funny
Rick,
thing,
that's
really.
why.
You are so preoccupied with whether you could. You never stop to think if you should.
Said many a scientist, I'm sure.
Or a dog/cat, always more important.
Always. And these little ones, exceptionally important, are bees. Okay.
Cat 100% better.
I'm more of a dog person. I don't mind cats, but I wouldn't say I love them.
It's going to be okay. Focus and calm. Just like they taught me. Focused mind. This is why they're digging so deep. Prospect, too.
Yeah. I mean, it must be difficult to make a plant grow on a different planet. So I can see...
That's all I need. Aggro bees.
Yep, never need aggressive bees. We already have them. I think they're called hornets. Which are huge. Like,
What
I'm-
have they created? That does not sound legal.
I'm generally cool around most things, but hornets, I
Don't know about that, but it's really difficult to make a plant not take up 100% of your CPU in games.
yeah. Very true. Okay.
Compiling a new compound this week has meant for a more concentrated measure. As the teams continue to provide us with samples from the site, we look to regulate the growth rate through controlled nutrients. Whilst time runs out for those back home, we are so close to sustaining life here. The work we're doing is bigger than all of us.
Oh. Better watch another murder, I think. Fair enough, love. And the rest we already saw.
Maybe it's better if she doesn't know.
Brazil 2078. Okay. So where will I need that? Most likely here. Nope. Just a battery pack. Ah. Oh? Six, 326. What am I missing? I'm pretty sure I was right on the date 2078. So it's not 6326. Nothing there. Pardon me. Oh, gonna have to go through the messages, I'm afraid. No.
We are beginning to see aggressive acceleration with Compound 26. It seems to be able to sustain environmental hazards as a result. This development has been fundamental in...
Ma'am, Dr. Taylor is here again, requesting to come downstairs.
For the last time, he doesn't have clearance. He shouldn't be here.
Yes, ma'am. However, he says it's a question of ethics.
Where is he?
Boreal region, ma'am.
No. What am I missing? 'Cause there's only two 4-digit numbers in here. I mean, you've got the 03 there, so it could be 2603. No. Gonna try again. 2078. Nothing on there. That's just 003, so that's not applicable. Can you guys see anything? I'm seriously tempted to cheat on the photography side and take a picture of that plant.
I never see anything.
Fair enough. Because it's definitely not going to be 2080. That's the current year. It's not Brazil, because that's letters and too many of them. That's Solis, that's not numbers. Oh well. If it was important, it'd be easy to find. He says nonchalantly, knowing that he's going to try and look for it. Nope. So I think no. That's not a usable computer I've really looked at the samples. Dead plants.
It looks like they almost grew too fast.
Very impressive for an engineer to know. Right, let's try this for minimalist pictures. I think they're quite interesting. If I can isolate it. And zoom right in. Autofocus off. Really narrow. So no, I don't really like that one. I think it's that one I like the most. It's as close as I can get. So yeah, something, let's try, that's the best I can do in focal distance. Something like that, because it's quite an interesting shape to this plant. You've got a fairly plain background to it, some really strong light on it. And I'm going to crop to just where the sort of, I don't know, it looks like a man of war head to it, and some of the tendrils hanging down, and I think that will be the image. Glad I looked. I'm still none the wiser to what that password is, though. And I seriously doubt it, but this is game logic, so I'm still going to check these. Nope. So the only thing left, I think, is over here. And I think it's little things like this is why it took me so long to complete this game in the first place. Getting lost and... oh, they're nice. And trying to find the answers to things like that. So... I may even just have it like that as a image. I think that's quite nice. Let's increase the exposure. That's a step too far, maybe. Let's have a look. We'll take it just on the off chance. We'll move that up. Okay. Not gonna lie, it will annoy me if I don't do it. That's why I solved the Rubik's Cube in the first time round on this game, and that was surprisingly difficult, because it's not like I don't know how to solve these things, but translating it to that movement set, which was a very good, actually surprisingly good controls. For just a tiny little thing that most people probably wouldn't even attempt. Let's do a bit of social engineering. Well, not quite social engineering, but... nope. I mean, no one would write their password down on a wall. But being that 2078 didn't work, there must be something I'm missing. Hmm. Ooh. That's quite interesting. So I'm just looking at the different textures, mainly for this, and seeing if that would make an interesting picture. Drop that just a bit too low. Possibly with the cross in there. I'm not sure if I will, because I do rather like the texture on the left-hand side of the screen. But we will see. But I still didn't see anything. No way I would be able to do that. The P cos P 4 over, well, question mark over 2 sin equals C. My chemistry never went that far. Even with the sin 6362 equals 3. No. If that's what it takes to work it out, I am not doing it. I don't remember if I went up or if I went down. I think I was going down. But we'll soon find out. No, I think I was going up. I was. Because there's the bees. Right. I'd love to lie to you guys and say, yeah, it's because I'm looking for pictures all the time. I don't really remember, but no, it's not. I just forget which way I'm going. I choose Fridays because these sort of streams are not the thing that people who go out normally would enjoy, so it's a good time for me to do it. But I am generally mentally quite tired by this point in
Where
the
could
week.
he be? The Frontier Project. That was shut down years ago.
So you thought. If I find the password here, I will be slightly annoyed. After wasting all your time. The results highly confidential, not blah blah blah. Compound mark 22, data table 1. So creating compounds is becoming increasingly harder due to the lower qualities of planum soil we are receiving. This sample of much smaller scale and therefore harder to determine its effects. Well, they're all dead, so not looking promising.
The success? So, she did it. Is he after this? For himself?
You talk about a waste of time to somebody doing a 24-hour race.
Yeah, fair. But that's a test of endurance.
Out of
That's
the depths and into
consistency.
the jungle, it seems. Where even am I?
Maintaining a vehicle while
He
your
can't be
pace as
anywhere
well.
else.
I mean, it's just that thing. Quite a lot of people think just sitting around reading books or listening to music would be a waste of time. But I still appreciate you saying that. As long as it's still an enjoyable stream. So when will Viv be driving? Because it's you and Linda in the night time. So I'd like to catch her racing as well if I can. I mean, I've got a celebration tomorrow, so I'll most likely be watching you guys, unless
It
she's
will
in
be
the evening.
fun.
Oh yeah, 100%. You always have a good time, you guys. You're great to watch as well. So for everyone else, you just check out Linda Racing. Linda Noble Racing, I think. Linda Racing? My brain's gone. Sorry, Paddy. I can't remember if it's Linda Racing or Linda Noble Racing. Yeah, it is Linda.
Racing.
That's the one, thank you. So if you guys check that out, you'll be able to see a 24-hour race on iRacing. Ooh. Let's go for a textural one, see if there's anything interesting in here. There's some lines there. Now that is closer to Impressionism than anything else, but we will brighten it up a tad. Turn that off. Bring that right back. So those were the lines there. And then bring that in. They're not strong enough for that to work. So I'm going to bring that back a tad. Go more blur. So rather like that. Increase exposure a lot. No, I think the darkness works. So I'll have to look at me looking at these tomorrow. I'm going to be like, what the hell was I thinking about? But hopefully I'll remember this. Because what I'm liking is you'll see the two bright bits at the top of the screen and a bit of a curved stick at the bottom. So that really is the main part of where the picture is. I'll probably crop it below that stick. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I need to remember to decrease the shadows, increase the highlights, and that will get the picture that I'm thinking of. And just for the sheer hell of it, I'm going to go for a slightly different angle, because this almost reminds me of an arrow. Going to go for that as well. How these are going to turn out, I haven't got a clue. But back in the day of using film, most photographers didn't have a clue how their pictures are going to turn out when they got them into the Lightroom.
All this? This is the reason they're here. No wonder such an old base is still operational.
But it's quite remarkable that it was only the start of this year that I played this game and played through, and I didn't get many photos. Yet with all these different tasks that I've set myself, I've actually found myself to be far more creative. Oh, that's almost impressionist.
Do it like all the photographers on racetracks. Do the action stand, make the photo and look at it for the next 5 minutes.
I actually did try doing some action shots. So I was out on Saturday just walking around because we actually had some nice weather. And there was a couple of lads on mountain bikes. Well, one on a mountain bike, one on a BMX. And so I tried doing some action shots with them. I actually really enjoyed the experience, but I did spend a fair amount of time trying to look at it and see if it came out right. But in my defense, bikes are much smaller than cars. Trying to work out how much detail to have in this, because I like how the flowers are at this blur level, but I'm not too sure about the plant itself. Whereas that sort of blurs the plant out enough, but just not the flower. So I'm just going to go with this, I think. Again, that's more impressionist than minimalist, but hey, this is what I did. It's what I liked. Yeah, when I was doing this back in the start of the year, I was still sort of learning about framing. So something like this would be found the limit. So something like that would be a good shot. The sort of thing I would take. And that's simply because you've got a pyramid behind her, loads of leading lines going towards her. That is actually quite a good picture. I'm going to take that anyway. Even though it's not minimalist. But I mean, the stuff I was doing was terrible. So I was doing things like this. Sort of incorporating her within the triangle. Which is such a basic one. But again, that's why I put almost all of my pictures on Instagram, is so I can look back and go, oh, that didn't work because of that. But if I try this, and then sort of gives me more inspirations and ways to learn, or more tools to use to learn.
It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay.
There's a man who's killed all of his co-workers. Knocked out your co-worker. Yeah, things will be fine. It'll be alright. Don't worry. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep calm and take photos. Actually, while this cutscene's going...
Fuck this. Fuck staying calm.
That's it. Be mad and beat everyone up. You go, girl. Yeah, we came in that way. Sorry, light the taps. Just want to experiment a bit, even though her shadow will... shadow is in the way. And then recreating that angle. No, I think I need to zoom in a little bit. Do I want the focus on the shadow or on the pipe? I think the shadow. Too much colour there. No, I think it's too easily identifiable.
I'll have to go for today. Got to study.
Ah.
Hope to see you next week.
Aye. Well,
Sire.
good luck with your 2 exams. I'll see you later then, Ailey. Take care, mate. Oh, that reminds me, have you got your fridge yet, Paddy? Why that reminded me, I don't know, but still.
Buy it ain't lie. Yes, I have it.
Ah, good.
Jack! 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 Wake up, Jack! Are you okay?
Do you have any idea what I have done? What this has taken from me?
Look, I read Helen's work. You can report this.
Helen's work. You read Helen's work. What about my work? And I did report this to everybody. And you know what they did?
What?
They suspended me. Me, of all people. They came for me. At my facility, and they took everything.
We can walk out of here, tell everyone what we know.
These were my colleagues. They were my friends. They're my family. You know what it feels like? To realize you're never going home again.
We can. We all could.
That's sweet. But your hand's shaking? Yeah. That's the first sign. And after that, right. It's got to be this way, because you really look like good people. And trust me, I take no joy in any of this.
Oh, that's a blooming button mashing moments, I bet. I think it's because I know it makes no difference why I don't really bother with the looking out for the buttons.
I'm sorry. Hey, walk.
But yeah, glad that your fridge came. That must have been a relief. You stocked up on pizza, ready for the race?
And it's loaded for the weekend, D.
My guy. That's what we like to hear.
Wait here.
Can't do pizza, still need a kitchen.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, that's frustrating.
But I have spaghetti and burger.
Ah, nice. Spaghetti and meatballs. So you just break the burger up. You'll be fine. You sorted. I just went past something that would make great impressionist. I mean abstract. And it's making me go past it.
Oh, was this an emotional scene?
I've already seen it, mate. To be quite honest. No. I wouldn't have talked otherwise. I mean, yeah, I suppose she was a lovely character, but I wouldn't worry about it. If I'm honest, if I'm lucky, I get 2 people watching the videos. Streams sometimes go up to 14, but it's mainly people sort of jumping into the stream and jumping out again.
Access denied.
I mean, some games are more popular than others, but even so, I don't think there's
I know this is hard. Being a martyr always is.
that many people
But your partner,
into this.
she understood that. You got a chance to do the
In
right
rare
thing here,
occasions
Jack.
I do get a notification.
Oh,
They remember
oh, that's
us.
cool.
Because the ones who saved them from certain
I
death
sometimes don't,
were the ones
because I,
who allowed it to happen.
to be able to know whom I'm talking to, I actually have the stream on my tablet as well.
We will become immortalized.
And to tell me whether it's streaming, because there's been times where, like during The Last of Us, I played for 2 hours, looked like I was streaming on the console, and it didn't actually come through.
Shit, man. I can't even remember her name.
Claire, I think. I mean, damn it. Oh, jeez. That is a bust. I'm just going to stop this because I do want to say something though, Paddy. Even though I absolutely love having you join the streams, I know that I stream the same time as Viv does. For everyone who doesn't know, Fly Race Stream is on Twitch, and she's a far better streamer than I am. So I've never actually expected you to join me. So it's always a very, very pleasant surprise when you do.
We do what we must for those we love.
Stand down.
I'm not.
Target neutralized.
Oh.
Central, this is Alpha.
Yeah.
Situation contained.
So yeah, there's never a need to apologise for watching or for missing my streams. It's absolutely fine. Fully understand.
Received the call from engineer
But yeah, that is the end of the game. Genuinely didn't expect it to end that soon.
Yeah, I'm coming in when I can, or even no.
I appreciate it, my man. Absolutely appreciate it. You're always welcome here.
An end happened, I assume.
It did, yeah. So, you missed the large majority of this game. Effectively, the woman who got killed and the guy who had his hand crushed, they're just engineers. The guy who had his hand crushed was basically just needed to finish his shift, and then he was on holiday. So he goes on he just gets a message about a manual shutdown of this place, or lockdown. So he has to investigate it. It's part of his job. Him and the lady were the closest people, so he investigates it. And during the investigation, it turns out that the ship, like the doctor, the guy who had the axe in the leg, he started to notice how the compound was affecting people and causing them sickness, but the scientist responsible for the growth of these plants was too blinded by the small results she was getting to see what was happening. and the Doctor saw it as a threat to mankind, and when he raised it, he got completely ignored, so he basically killed everyone. And then these two came along, and then they got infected, so he couldn't allow them to go back to planet Earth, and therefore he killed him, and then he got shot in the end. So that's the entire story. Although I think there's some cutscenes in this bit here. But yeah, it's a small team, and I think they did a great job. Yeah, that is literally the whole story. It's for this style of game, I would say that Alien Isolation is far better. It builds far more suspense and to it, but they did a fantastic job with this. And also, the guy who had his hand crushed, the voice actor of him was the voice actor of Arthur in Red Dead Redemption as well, which makes it even cooler.
Chris, I sent you a package. Do not open it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do not open it. Just take it to Tom. Don't tell anyone, but he'll know what to do. There's something I gotta do up here, but tuck the girls in for me, and give them a kiss. I love you, Chrissy.
So yeah, that was a little bit sad. So that's all the stories. There's the collectibles, so I did miss only a few posters. Just a few characters as well, but either way, not too bad. Well, I've run out of game, so I think that will end the stream for tonight. Next game will be Plague's Tale, I think. That was the one I was planning on doing. You will do, my man. You have a good one. So I'm just gonna do an ending script before I close. So I hope you enjoyed this video. One of my main aims was to experiment with the idea of abstract photography, and some of it was working with angles, working with shapes, some of it was working with different blur effects as well, so the like really shallow depth of field, trying to look for patterns and that sort of thing. I do hope that they turn out well, but if you have a look on Instagram, they will most likely be there by the time this video comes out. And remember, we say goodbye so we can say hello again. Goodbye. Paddy, always a pleasure, my man. You take care of yourself, and I'll hope to see you, well, sometime tomorrow night.
Hello again.
Hello, mate. Yeah, that's just me saying goodbye. But I will see you later, my friend. I'll chat to you tomorrow. Alright, goodbye all.